Good morning, everybody. It's Tammy. And I just wanted to share a little bit about a video that I watched yesterday with our spirit group. And it is a Ram Dass video. It's called How to Love Yourself. It was taken at one of his conferences where someone that was attending asked Ram Dass, how do I love myself more? And because I took a whole bunch of notes and we had this amazing conversation around it right after, that I thought I would do a video on this. So one of the key things there's so many things that I can share here, but instead of asking how can I love myself more, the question is, how can I accept myself more? And it's not natural for us to not accept ourselves. So when you think of our original state as a child, know that we naturally accept ourselves. We're curious about our toes, we're curious about our fingers, our ears, and that curiosity continues. It's really important to appreciate. And this is the word that he used. And on several occasions, probably in a couple of my videos, I've talked about the difference between gratitude and appreciation. And one of the references that Ram Dass gave was, go into a forest. You don't judge the trees. You're not making fun of that one that's short and stubby, that one that's fat, that one that's too tall or too short. We're not there judging trees. Can you understand that the way to appreciate yourself and to love yourself is to appreciate others the way they are, like trees? And this is a simple concept, but there is an ego mind that wants to judge. And if you are judging others and how they be, or what they look like, or what they do, you judge yourself. And what the other concept we talked about is okay, I'm taking in the school system here. This might be controversial. However, parents raise children with a reward and punishment program. And then we go to school and we are judged by our grades. And not only are we judged by our grades, we go home and we get rewarded or punished because of our grades. And one of the words that came to me was militancy. We are breeding this level of militancy. In order for us to be a sovereign, gentle, human planet, we have to be kinder. And we have to be kinder to the me's in the mirror. There's so much content in that video. It was only 9 minutes and like 23 seconds long, but it was really powerful. I can even attach the link to this video down below. So if I'm just looking at some notes here, I accept people the way they are. And so that quote came up with when we were discussing something. One of the people in our group said, I've got family members that are really struggling and they've been struggling for a long time. And I just accept, I just accept people the way they are. I'm learning how to accept them the way they are. And I brought that up because something came to me after I watched the video around that quote where I'm accepting people around me. So think of the people around you, and I want you for a second to just think about your level of acceptance for them, your level of love for them, your level of acceptance for them. And then I want you to remember that when it comes to change, we have to love and accept ourselves in every moment. So if you are saying you love and respect or accept those around you, that's actually a block. And it was funny because there's those few people that went, huh? Like, I don't get that. And what I was saying is, because we change so much, let's say you have a friend, pick one friend, you love, respect, accept them for who they are. So now a week goes by and you haven't seen them or talked. How do you know that you accept them? Unless it's unconditional. But when they show up a week later in some kind of a turmoil, or they're having their own struggle, are you less accepting, or do you pull back? Do you hold back? That's why when we say words like, oh, I accept them the way they are, I call bullshit. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying, like, wording it like that is perpetuating what you try to tell yourself. It's not about what you say. It's about how you show up. Or let's turn it into the self, and something happens for you. You have a falling out with a friend or something negative, and then you know more about you based on how you respond to that. So the goal is to be less wavering. And when I say less wavering, let's take a look at, how do I love myself more? In order to gauge that, think about the ego. And what the ego does, reacts, and there's no such thing as overreact, because it's either a reaction, it's reactionary, and every reaction is based on a trauma or a fragment. So when you tell someone that they're overreacting, you're actually diminishing their pain. It's being less present, and it's shutting it down without compassion. Just letting people react the way they react and know that it is attached to some kind of a trauma, some kind of a pain, some kind of a wound. And we have to hold space for that love, not all of a sudden we're judging that, right? So if someone were to say, Tammy, you're a piece of shit, you're ugly, you're dumb, if I can just accept what they're saying as their perspective, and it doesn't matter what somebody else's perspective of me is, because it's none of my business. If I can just hold space for someone not liking me, can I be okay with that? Can I still love me? Or do I turn around and beat myself up for 3 weeks? This is a real gauge that you can look at. And on the same note, you meet someone new and they think you're the best thing since sliced bread, and they are singing your praises. Does your ego get all, I'm good, I'm good? And then you're running with this big head of, I'm unstoppable and I'm the best thing. And they're, in the same sense that someone hates you or likes you, there shouldn't be a wavering feeling inside of you, like you feel better than or less than. It's really challenging to hold space for someone not liking you. It's a lot harder, clearly, to hold space for someone that doesn't like you versus liking you. However, the point is, how do I love myself more? How do I accept myself more? What are the tools that I can use to get me back into that place of I accept who I am in this now moment? Ooh, yes. I love and accept who I am in this now moment. And I give myself permission to change my mind about anything. When we get stuck on a belief system, we really kind of push away things that don't make sense. And here's another thing. As we got talking yesterday, what was being presented with some intuitive, some channeled stuff, there might be someone that might go, I don't get it. I don't get it. Or literally say that what you're saying, it doesn't make any sense. And what I like to think about someone not understanding me, and I want you to hold this for those moments that you feel misunderstood or that you feel like what you've shared, you think that you've got like this big aha moment and you go to share it and someone goes, no, that's not it at all. That doesn't make sense. And you're, that's stupid, that you realize if we are spiritually guided, divinely guided at all aspects of our life, my voice is shared when I'm nudged to share. Think of being shut down as a child. Okay, so think about that throat chakra opening up. If you believe that what you speak and you're not judging it, but what you say is said freely because you feel the truth of it in your own self. If someone doesn't get it, remember there is a future version of that person that heard it. There's a future version of that person or a higher self within that person that heard that. The human self said, nope, that's it. There is a higher version, a future version of that person that actually heard it. So you can just relax and be peaceful, and it's okay that they didn't get you. Because one day they're going to go, oh my God, I remember hearing this. And even if you don't get the credit for it, even if they don't remember who said it, in that moment where they shut it down or don't get it, you can feel the love going to their higher self and knowing that they really did hear what you said, even if they don't claim to. That's totally okay. These are ways that we love ourselves more because we're not going to diminish our personal feelings about ourselves. And that's the important thing. One of the things I think is really important as well is doing mirror work. Mirror work is this way of reaching that inner child because you're looking into your eyes, reaching your soul. And when you step into your own eyes, and just to give you an example, when you get into the mirror and you look into your eyes, and you just look into your eyes and your pupils, and you just say, hi, how are you? You're my best friend. Thank you for being with me. I love you. And you can just stare into your eyes. And sometimes you might feel emotional. Sometimes you might feel emotional. Saying I love you to yourself is one of the most connected and kind things that you can do for you. We want more of that. So I hope that leaves you with a little something to work with over the weekend or the week. And I just want you to know that you are loved, you are loving, you are lovable. And it doesn't matter what anybody thinks of you as long as you accept you. And the more that you accept you, the more you will bump into people that will do the same. Have a great day.